Hello, Roddy. I just wanted to give you like a little overview of what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a couple of stories for my signature talk. And so what I'm going to do is share with you my first one, get your feedback, and then I'll try to continue to send you different stories. All right, here's the first one. How I started my business was not because of the writing on the wall or a vision. It was actually, I was in the overwhelm of parenting, and I knew parenting really wasn't my cup of tea. Now, understand this, I love being a parent, but I was trying to understand exactly what parenting meant. See, it had started when my oldest was a baby. I had gone from a full-time position to a part-time position, and I was getting used to the position. And then I found out I was pregnant with my second child. I remember that day when I was standing there and I felt like there was a chokehold on my throat and that overwhelming feeling like I can't do this and barely being able to breathe. So I decided that day I was just going to quit. Maybe you've been there before. Maybe you felt like this is not going to work out for me. Well, so I jumped into motherhood and I love being a mom and I love the joy that I got from it. But after a few years, this guilt began to set in because it really wasn't my cup of tea. I was overwhelmed because the day to day wasn't that exciting for me. I didn't like making dinner. I didn't like cleaning the house. I didn't like doing laundry. And then I would stand there and I see these other women who were professionals and they had their kids going about, going to daycare, doing the things they needed to do, and everything seemed to be working out really well. And I felt defeated. One afternoon, when my daughter was in first grade, I was coming home from a PTA meeting and I was overjoyed. I was actually like feeling really good about myself and my life and where I was at. And I stopped and I thought to myself, why do you feel so good about going to a PTA meeting? And then it occurred to me, I loved working with people. I loved being in that room. I loved helping people. And I began to realize that this was more what my cup of tea was. My youngest daughter entered kindergarten a few years later. And I decided I was going to go out and try to find a part-time job that I really enjoyed. So I became an adjunct professor at a university near my home. And I started substitute teaching at the local elementary school. And I began to see the fun in both of these jobs and teaching and enjoying myself with kids. But after a couple of years, again, I was feeling like this is not really where my strength zone is. And I remember driving with a friend one day, and I said to her, I wish I could find a job where I was doing what I love and still having time to hang out with my girls. And then about 6 months later, I was introduced to coaching and I began a coaching business. And today I am happy to report that I love what I do. Now, I also want to report is that my three girls didn't go away. I still have to do my household chores, shall we say. But through the process of helping others, I began to walk into a freedom from the overwhelm and into my purpose. And I began to see my life of purpose. Thank you.